back to my YouTube channel. My name is Chelsea Fuss. I'm a floral designer, flower arranging instructor, and an author of Field Flower Base. So today I want to talk about how to become a florist with no experience. So I've been getting this question a lot, and I think there's a lot of people who maybe are transitioning from another career, maybe a little bit later in life, or just don't want to work for somebody and want to get started. So I have some ideas for you today. But first, if you are interested in getting free flower training, free flower workshops, go ahead and hit subscribe. I have full-length flower workshops on this channel so that you can start learning everything you need to know to become a florist, or even just to arrange flowers at home. So hit the subscribe for our Frolic Flower School channel, and I think there's a little bell there too so you can be notified every time I upload a video. I usually upload once or twice a week, usually around Monday or Tuesday. So the first idea I have for you, basically you need to learn the basics. You need to learn conditioning and mechanics and the best practices, okay? There's a lot of fluidity in floral design. Yes, every florist works differently. Yes, but there are some best practices, and particularly because the industry is changing, there are some best practices around the environment and making sure that you are doing floral work in an eco-friendly way. You need to learn some basics. You can either do that by working for somebody, okay, or enrolling in a floral career course, or at least taking some basics, or you can try to learn yourself through books and YouTube and watching videos and using free information online. Okay, so you can try one of those three ways. I always think it's really great to have a mentor, so if you can at least take a few classes, that's great. Full disclosure, I run a flower school online. I have basic floristry classes as well as 2 different floristry career courses, okay? But you will want to study with somebody whose style you really love. So look around online and see which one is the best match for you, okay? So once you have the basics out of the way, you are going to need to set up your sourcing, okay? So I do have a video all about sourcing. I'll put that up in the corner here so you can watch that. But you need to have your wholesale license. You need to have all of your sourcing procured, okay? And there's a lot of different ways to go about it. It's going to depend on your business model. So there's a lot of details there, but that's the next thing you'll need to get set up, okay? And the third thing is going to be building your portfolio, okay? So no one is going to hire you if you are not, if you don't have some work to show. And we're really lucky nowadays because we have the internet and we have phones, and it's really easy to find beautiful natural light and click some photos of your flower arrangements, okay? You don't need to spend a lot of money on this, but I do recommend having a mentor who can look over your portfolio. You definitely don't need to show every piece of work you do, okay? You want to curate and show the work you do that is the type of work you want to be doing, so that you'll attract the kind of clients that you want to work with, okay? So if you have a real wildflower style, kind of like I do, you want your portfolio to represent that, okay? So that one I definitely recommend getting kind of an outside opinion on, whether it's a friend or someone you admire, or just hiring somebody for, you know, a portfolio review. A lot of florists will do that for you, okay? So that's really important. So, okay, so I'm curious, like, have you done any of these 3 things? Let me know in the comment box below. Do you have your sourcing going? Have you learned the basics? And have you created your flower portfolio? Let me know in the comments below. I always love hearing about your floral journeys. Okay, so the next thing you need to do is set up a workspace. Okay, so you need to have a designated workspace, preferably at your home or at a place that's easy to get to, that is designated for you to work with flowers. So a garage or a basement will work really well because they're dark and cool. One of my first floral studios was actually in the basement of my Victorian townhouse, and it was perfect. It was a little bit snug, but I could have, my whole workspace, and then I had like a little patio that I could push things onto, and it was covered and protected and shady, and it stayed darker and cooler, and I did weddings from there and everything, you name it. So you can make a small space work. Okay, you don't need to start out with the grandest, most beautiful studio. Flowers are messy, so if you have, a beautiful living room, I don't recommend doing it there. A kitchen, a utility room, if you have to, but it's really great if you can have a designated spot. Something outside but protected can work as well, depending on your climate. Okay, so the fourth thing you're going to need, and if you have gotten your wholesale license, you may already have these things, but you just need to make sure that your business and your paperwork are all set up. If you have gotten your wholesale license, which I have a video about, I'll put that up here, that kind of walks you through all of the paperwork you'll need. But you will want to double check with your local small business association, which is an organization in the US. They can let you know if you have all of your ducks in a row for your business. So lastly, you need to find clients now that you have all of these items set up. Somebody asked recently in a video, how do I find clients that aren't my friends? And I think that's a great question, but actually a personal network is an amazing place to start. If you've ever noticed, personal networks, for instance on Facebook or something like that, have much higher engagement than like business pages. So it's actually an amazing place to start. We're not going for numbers here, okay? We're going for clients who really love what you do and want your product and are engaged with what you do. So if you're just starting from scratch, please start with your personal network. Send out an email to all your friends and family. Let them know. Do you know any event planners? Do you know somebody who might need your services? Or maybe you know somebody who might know somebody. Okay, so start there. Get your Instagram set up. That's a great way to start with your portfolio, just to get that out there. A splash page website will be really important too, to just get your portfolio up, but don't spend too much time on that. You'll also want to start a newsletter, so as you start collecting clients, you are communicating with them once or every other week through email. And then another really important thing is local networking. Do not bypass this one. It's actually really important. So let's say you're interested in doing flowers for weddings and events. A wedding planner will be a golden contact. And see if you can connect with as many as possible in the beginning, and then hopefully you'll find one or two or maybe three that you really connect with, and they can send you jobs on a regular basis. You can also do this with deliveries, with event managers or managers of hotels. They like to have florists. They'll usually have 2 or 3, okay, that they call on when they need something. Funeral homes will be the same. So this local networking is gold, and it's really important, and I do feel like a lot of people are overlooking it these days. So you have to have both the online and the in-person networking and contacts, okay? And always have that location tag on Instagram, because that'll help you connect locally. So try to reach out, see who you can meet, and build your network from there. All right, so that's what I have today for getting started and to become a florist with no experience. All right, if you follow those 5 steps, you can get yourself up and running with your own floral business, and you don't have to spend years and years working for somebody. Okay, if you have a clear vision of what you love and you love to work with flowers, having that passion is a great place to start. All right, but you will need to do through, certain things to get your business going. I do have a checklist, which is 23 items you need to accomplish before you kind of launch your business or apply for jobs. And that's a free checklist of how to become a florist, and I have that linked down below. So you just pop in your email and then we send it to you, and you can always unsubscribe. No hard feelings at all. So I am so glad you're here today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.